Hello, hi everybody. Welcome back to the Cosmic College. My apologies, we had a little bit of technical difficulties here, but we're in the middle of the story with Omar, and he's talking about UFOs on Maui, and we have Dr. Sasha Lesson here with us. Say hello, Sasha.
Aloha.
Okay, and say hello, Omar. Omar, you there? Oh, fine. Okay. Great. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. It was user error. It was my error. I pressed the wrong button. But we're back on the show, and you were telling us about Iki Crater. So there's an underground base underneath Iki Crater on the island of Maui. And if you want to start with that again, tell us a little bit more about the base and what you know about it. Oh, wait, stop right there. So you're saying there's a pyramid where again? I missed that.
In the crater, Janet.
Which? In Haleakala Crater.
Oh, I've climbed it lots of times. People leave offerings there. There's all kinds of crystals on top. You have to face the mountain or you'll really get hurt climbing that thing. Beautiful crystals. Well, yeah, it shows there's a cover-up. Obviously, there's something being hidden.
Wow. So, Sash, you were up on Iki Crater at one
Well,
point.
you know what they told us, Howleys from the Sierra Club, is that there's quicksand. And if you don't know what the hell you're doing, and you go down to the crater, you'll die in quicksand. We decided we would just go toward it anyway. And then there was a bunch of guys with guns hunting pigs, and we thought, we don't want to get in the line, so we just if you go past Iki Crater, there's a thing called the Emerald Pool. Keep on going, get all the way up to the top. But you could look down at the crater. It's a perfect caldera. It's a logical place for a base. It really is. Yes, I've been there. That's right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it is. So that's three bases that you know of in Maui. Is that correct? So are they interacting with our military? Are you aware of any of that? Any information on that area?
You
Do you
know
think?
what, Omar? I just put it together. That's why the editor of Maui Time, someone leaned on him not to give you a voice. Yeah. What I'm saying is, do you think Anthony was influenced to deny you the voice you had? A lot of people used to read your stuff. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow!
So it sounds like yeah, it sounds like somebody was protecting you though, because you could have been over there and assassinated over in Kauai with your girlfriend.
What did this person call? What did this person who call himself or herself? A male. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. But tell us now. Wow, what a gift.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow, it was
Wow,
just divine
amazing.
protection,
Absolutely wonderful.
yeah. So I know you only have limited time today, and we're going to create it for the future that Omar can be with us. So this is just interview with Omar, part one. And so let's see. I know you only had about a half an hour. Is there something you want to cover with our listeners today before you have to go? All right. So,
Make it
okay. Thank you
aloha.
for coming, and we'll see you next week. Love and blessings. Thank you. Bye, Omar. So that was Omar. Let's see. I don't know if he's hung up yet. I'll go hang him up. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, he didn't know he was still on. All right.
So I want you listeners to understand that if you've had a contact with an extraterrestrial and you need to talk to people that don't think you're crazy, and you don't even have to worry about the ontological reality status of the experience. Your experience is your experience. And the more you start to talk about it and share it in safe space, the more you'll remember, and there may be very important messages for you and for humanity in contacts that you might have dreamed of or half remembered.
Yeah, so you can write to us at aquarianradio@gmail.com, which is AQUARANRADIO@gmail.com, aquarianradio@gmail.com, and that's where we have this and all of our shows that we've been doing. We've been doing a lot of radio shows. Started about going on 3 years ago, and we've been archiving all this information, interviewing people. So if you have an interesting story you want to tell us, if you want to be on the radio show, do go to Aquarian Radio. There is a contact us form and a field where you can tell us a little bit about what's going on for you. If you want to be on a show, do go through the form. And what did you want to say, Dr. Leslie?
I just want to say, I know that for people that pledge allegiance to the flag and under God and all that, the stuff that we're saying about conspiracy sounds crazy. But I got to tell you, for years and years of studying evidence and evidence and evidence, so-called label it conspiracy as a way of just, don't listen to that, it's conspiracy. But there is a force that is, killed JFK, that has allowed the Gulf of Tonkin and other false flag things to happen, including 9/11, and there's a truth embargo about the relationship of this force that controls most of this planet and extraterrestrials that have been here with us as long as we humans, Homo sapiens, short-lived kind, have been here on this planet.
Right, there is a truth embargo, and what we mean by that is there's a lot of information that's being withheld from the public for our quote-unquote own good. but we think that's bull crap at this point in time. We realize that if we had the full truth and all the information, we'd have a completely different world where it wouldn't be so top heavy with the very, very, very super rich, and there's hardly any middle class anymore. Middle class is about to go extinct. The poor are getting poorer. We have technologies which could save this planet from so-called, greenhouse effect and global warming. Basically what's happening is we just are polluting ourselves to the point of near extinction. We could extinct ourselves. And we need to get a control of all these technologies that could allow us to have a much better lives. There are cures for just about every disease, and the pharmaceutical companies are getting rich on selling drugs. They're the biggest drug pushers on the earth, and they're selling us their so-called legal, quote-unquote, legal drugs, which are toxic. Many of them are toxic, and we're not denying that there isn't a use to go to the hospital if you have a broken leg or you're bleeding, but a lot of these pharmaceuticals are designed with horrendous side effects that actually shorten our life expectancy and have, horrific side effects that kill us. Go ahead, Sasha. I know you're jumping out of your seat.
I'm not either jumping out of my seat. I'm sitting here and waiting for my turn eagerly.
Okay, well, go ahead.
No, what Steve Omar has been saying is that people that have spoken honestly about their observations of alien contacts here have been murdered, and that he has been physically threatened, and that there is a set of government people that kill people and even sacrifice millions of people so that they can stay in control. And this is very serious, and we're bringing you Steve Omar because this is a real person, a respectable journalist who's reporting what he experienced.
Right, so he will be on again next week, and we are inviting you to come forth if you have information, and we can bring you on the show. I'm looking into some way of disguising voices, but can't always do that. You might be able to just disguise your own voice some way or have a fake accent if you need to remain anonymous. But many people are coming on using their own names, and the more people that come out and talk about it, the more it comes to the forefront. I wanted to mention the Disclosure Project. So last year, I think it was April or May of 2013, Steve Bassett and his organization gathered about 40 or 50 whistleblowers and about 6 former congressmen and women on Capitol Hill at the Press Club, and they videotaped for 5 days all this testimony from top-level, high-ranking military and former congresspeople and other key witnesses in industry that are aware of the extraterrestrial presence, how they are interacting with humanity, and different presidents and world leaders that have interacted with these extraterrestrials, that know about the extraterrestrials, going back to Roswell, which of course is one of the most famous incidences, but it's not just the only one. There are so many of them, and the extraterrestrial presence has been with us since the dawn of time, since the creation of man, which Dr. Lesson and I cover in our Anunnaki studies. Tell a little bit about that, Sash.
But I just want to say also, our presidents, Roosevelt, Truman, and Eisenhower had direct face-to-face negotiations with aliens. As far as the humans have settled this planet and gone through extinction level events several times, and one of the most recent, 450,000 years ago, were people from big people, like 8 to 12 feet tall people from Nibiru, who came here to get some gold so they could turn it into white powder of monoatomic gold and float up into their atmosphere to keep it from floating away. And in any case, they were here, and their miners rebelled, and they created a slave race. That's us. By adapting their genome to this planet, they added a few little copper, a little clay from Africa, and so a few germs from an advanced hominoid that was here, the ancestor of Bigfoot, known as Homo erectus. Anyway, they made this adapted, short-lived slave race. That's us, and they made sure that we didn't realized there was only 1,000 of them or so, directing millions of us. They let us drown in the flood, but one of them had made a kid, Noah, with one of the girls in the slave race, and they decided when they came back to Earth, these Nibiruans decided they'd stay here and they'd rule through the descendants of Noah, and they divvied up the world and then started fighting each other and raising armies of us to, and it goes on and on. But basically, their trip is to play us off against each other and stay in control. And their chosen ones, the power elite, are still running things to this day from behind the scenes.
And they are known as the Illuminati. And we'll be covering more about the Illuminati in future shows, but they are the Anunnaki. Notice the similarities in the word Illuminati, Anunnaki. They end the same kind of syllable. So these people are at the top of the pyramid, the all-seeing eye, and there are three factions that have been playing one off the other, at least three. There's probably more at this point, because the gods, even though they're one family, they're one big dysfunctional family, and they're petty and competitive, and always playing top dog.
Oh, wait, I've got to go back to what Janet was said and look at it a little bit from my perspective. The Anunnaki is the descendants of Anu.
Right.
And it means they who came from the sky, those who descended from the sky. That's Anunnaki. Illuminati comes from the Latin, those who are shining. Illumin is to shine or light. And so this light really refers to energy and the way that the Nibiruans were able to deal with energy without polluting. They were able to have an entire energy system that's a free energy system, and that's part of what this Illuminati is denying from us. They're calling themselves the Illuminati, but they're keeping us dim-witted. So
they certainly are. And their energy system was a global system, just like we have a global energy grid. Humanity has created, a global energy system. They had one that was global. Their community was global. Their civilization was global. They were in every part of the world. And that's what we were talking about with Omar, that they had some pyramids on the top of both Haleakala and Iki Crater.
Well, so the way the pyramids work, the way that they became their energy systems, is you get stagnant water, and you put it under pressure with a pump, and above that pumping, which starts the energy of the earth pumping up through this pyramidal structure, you give it a boost by exploding hydrogen energy, combining zinc, hydrated zinc, and HCl, hydrochloric acid, and then you use crystals, different kinds of crystals arranged in a certain order. It's an engineering thing, and it sends this powerful microwave basically out forever, and you can direct it and deflect it and magnify it. And the Nibiruans had a craft that they hovered over their important sites, and they were charging their batteries, and the shuttlecraft was going back and forth. These people, the Ijichi, oversaw their own miners, and then us Earthling miners.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you want to cover? We're just about out of time. What else would you like to tell our listeners?
It's just that this is the place for you to come forward and share, and it's fine to share as an avatar.
Well, we have a number of websites for you to take a look at. We have enkispeaks.com, which is ENKISPEAKS.com, Enki Speaks. And Enki Speaks is about the Anunnaki god Enki and his story, and we have a number of radio shows that we broadcast under the Enki Speaks platform, and they're all archived on aquarianradio.com, AQUARIAN radio, RADIO.com. And I have a website called Ninmah.com. Ninmah is the goddess who bore humanity, who was a geneticist that co-created humanity, and that site is spelled N as in Nancy, INM as in man, AH.com. NINMAH.com. We also have a site called extraterrestrialcontact.com. Extraterrestrialcontact.com. So we bring these radio shows to you and these websites to you, and we collect all this information. Oh, we have Experiencers Network, and this website is for people who have had contact with extraterrestrials. There's many people out there in the millions that have had abduction experiences, and we're working to decipher these experiences and see what's going on. There's just too many stories for it to be, just somebody making up. There's too many stories about people that have had abduction or contact experience, and so people are not referring to themselves as victims anymore. They're empowering themselves, and so we have termed the name experiencers for those who've had some kind of contact with extraterrestrials or major sightings, and it's called experiencersnetwork.com. So I think that's it for today. You have any final words for our listeners, Dr. Lesson?
Just namaste. The divine in us reaches out and reaches the divine in all of you. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Thank you. Aloha, love, and blessings. This has been another episode of Cosmic College. Aloha.